All right, good luck, everybody. We will start with the Mosaic, hit the blasters, and then work our way up the line. Again, I hope everybody is doing great this morning. Hopefully we can hit a case hit or two on the way. Hey, good morning, John. Welcome in. All right, we got Watson, Swift, Bosa. We got Seymour, Khalil Mack on the National Pride for the Chargers, and a little Jamar Chase action. There you go, Kimberly. Starting things off for us. Pittman, Gardner Johnson, Waddle, Renardo Green for the 49ers, Estime on the Mosaic for Denver, and an Emmitt Smith touchdown masters for the boys. Bosa, Duggar, Landry. We got Brian Thomas Jr. on the debut for the Jags. Nice. Byron Murphy for Seattle, and a Quentin Johnston for the Chargers. Primo, you need to see Michael Penix this morning. I think we can find him. I think he's going to show up. Sombrero Cat is on it. Cooper, Aiden, Will Levis, Brock Purdy on the National Pride, Dexter Jackson on the silver for Tampa Bay, and a Herbie notoriety for the Chargers. I think we need to see some QBs starting to show up here. That's what we need. Josie, Karlaftis, Tua, Mike Evans, McMillan for Tampa Bay, and Snead for the Titans. QBs are shy. McCaffrey, Ramondre. We got Bill Parcells, Nate Wiggins for Baltimore, Amari Cooper on the Mosaic, CeeDee Lamb, Epic Performers, and a Kid Reporter. Man, we didn't get one QB in there. See, this is why I add in a 2020. Sometimes you just get a feeling for these things. All right, empty box. Cooper, Gonzalez, Fred Warner, and Jim Hart for Arizona on the laser. Humphrey, Tom Flores, McClellan for the Falcons, and a Khalil Mack on the laser going to the Chargers. Tony Dorsett, Diggs, Singletary. There we go. Cooper DeJean on the laser for the Eagles. We approve. We approve of that. I think that's Arkham. It is Mr. Arkham. There you go. That's a step in the right direction. Miles Sanders, Kobe Turner, little Xavier Worthy action for KC, and a TJ Watt for Pittsburgh. Indeed. Yeah, some of them hid pretty well yesterday. You never know whose turn it's going to be. I want to see some QBs today, though. Amon-Ra, Mike Evans. We got Mahomes on the silver. We like that, KC. And a little J.J. McCarthy on the portals. Like that. Jimbo, Reggie Wayne, Jonathan Brooks for Carolina. Hey, there you go, Primo. There you go. Off and running. Michael Penix on the laser. If they sit, they hit. I think that's the rule. I think that's the rule. All right. I love these Phoenix Hobby Blasters. They're one of my favorites. Empty box. We got Derek Carr, Jordan Love, Diggs, and Will Reichard for the Vikings. A.J. Brown, Eckler. We got Ed Oliver on the cracked ice. And a Joe Milton for New England. Eric, no. I'll be running this again, though, tomorrow morning. I'll run this same break again. I like this break. So we'll run it again tomorrow morning. I'll be on a little later tomorrow, but maybe closer to 11. Brissett, Zach Moss. We got Jonathan Taylor for Indy. That one is 7 out of 28. Nice little hit there for Allgrit. And a Brendan Rice for the Chargers. Christian McCaffrey, Nico, Drake May on the contours. We approve of that too. And Malachi Corley for the Jets. New England is Mr. Arkham. Yes, this is a Hobby Blaster of the Phoenix. There'll be 2 numbered. We got 1 already out of 28. And 2 cracked ice. There's another cracked ice. Jonathan Taylor, Lawrence. There we go. Brock Bowers on the cracked ice. Beauty. Going to the Raiders. And a Devin Leary. Who had those Raiders? Dr. Jones. Nice hit, Dr. Jones. Old Brock Bowers has been showing up here lately for us. We approve. We approve. Duggar, Trayvon Walker, Patty Mahomes. I love that NFL logo. Nice hit there. That is 16 out of 150 for Kansas City and a Jermaine Burton for the Bengals. Yeah, nice B-Wax. We approve. We approve. All right, let's do this 2020. How about that? Maybe we'll get something. And hopefully not a Ruggs. A bonus empty box. Look at that. This thing's busting out on the seams. What do we got in here? Don't want to miss out on a Kid Reporter. All right. Good luck, guys. Man, this thing's brick up. That's the problem with these mosaics when they sit. They tend to brick. All right. Godwin, Saquon, Max Crosby, Jackson, Base, 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 base. Denzel Mims for the Jets. Come on now, Mosaic. I know there's cards here. What do we got? DJ on the silver. We got Steve Largent for Seattle. Carlos Hyde for Houston. Boy, I tell you, the bricking. Jacob Eason on the debut. Gesicki. More bricking. Come on now. Come on, Mosaic. What is... There's a card behind him. There we go. We got Barry Sanders on the old school. Steve Young at Mosaic old school. My goodness. Michael Irvin Hall of Fame. A.J. Dillon for Green Bay. Kirk Cousins on the Pro Bowl and a Cam Akers. Ugh. Well, I'm glad that was on the free. I'm going to say I'm glad that was on the free. We tried. I tried, guys. I tried. You know what? Tomorrow I'll throw in that 2023. Maybe that was the sign. We should have gone with 2023. I'll throw that box in tomorrow. How about that? Empty box. All we can do is try. All right. Good luck, everybody. We got Zamir White, Allen, Johnson, Franklin, Chain Reaction, Derrick Henry, Mason Smith for the Jags, and Primo's favorite player. That's all it has to be said, right, Primo? We got Robinson, Pollard, Nick Chubb, Michael Wilson. Are you kidding me? Tip on the blue. Jeremiah Trotter and a Blake Corum for the Rams. I'm not even putting him out there. We're not doing that. We're going to end up with getting all of the Tip Rymans possible. Is that... that might be something. Mostert, Cook, Mixon. Oh, look at that on the Rockets. Isaiah Simmons for the Giants. Oh, fooled me there. Passing grade, Jaden Daniels, though. We'll take that. Quinion Mitchell and a Jalen McMillan. They had me for a second. We did get a Rocket, though. Yeah, when I see, like, the fine silver line all the way down, that's what got me. TJ, Ramsey, Zay Jones, PS2, Braylon Trice for the Falcons, Darius Robinson, and Michael Pittman. Derwin James, Herbie, Andrews, Musgrave, Mason Smith for the Jags, Braylon Trice again, and a Hendrickson. Hey, welcome in, Bill. All right, how about we need to see some of these QBs. It's time. All right, we got a mem here. Cooper Kupp, Minshew, Javante, Joe Alt for the Chargers, Nubin, Breece Hall on the silver going to the Jets, and MPJ. Primo Rookie phenom. Michael Penix again. If they sit, they hit. And they sat unusually long. They were there a long time. Some might say too long. All right, Sombrero Cat, it's time. We'll do the Phoenix first. Be a good time for a color blast. Empty box. All right, good luck, everybody. Good luck. There. And we got something right away. Bryce Young. We got Flournoy going to the Cowboys. That is 24 out of 249. Trey Hendrickson for the Bengals. That one is 279 out of 399. And come on. Daniel Jones, 181 out of 299. That's a keeper. Daniel Jones. Well, let's go. Let's go, Daniel Jones. Giants are paid. That's right. Yeah, the Hall of Fame career is off track, but not derailed. It's not derailed yet. Autry, Kyle Pitts. Oh, what do we have here, friends? Come on. DeAndre Hopkins on the Gridiron Crowns. Case hit. Let's go. Let's go, Tennessee. Tennessee getting a little love. How about that? How about that? We got Luke McCaffrey on the Rookie Rising and a Chris Braswell for Tampa Bay. How about that? Who grabbed those Titans today? Browns fan. Who would have thunk it, Browns fan? There you go, Browns fan. Wouldn't have guessed that. DeAndre Hopkins. Sometimes you just never know what's coming. Is he out there? Where you at, Browns fan? We got Gabe Davis, Chubb, Quay Walker, Bryce Young for Carolina, and a Brock Bowers. We approve. Yeah, it would have been nice to see a color blast, but Gridiron Crowns works too. That works too. And we got a filler. Chase, Sutton, TJ, beautiful filler. We got Chris Carter and Randy Moss on the Treasured Tandems, and a Robinson going to the Jags. That one is 272 out of 399. Hey, Mrs. Wise Guy. We are rolling. We're rolling. Hey, what's up, Dice? Welcome in. Hope you're doing good today. We got Josh Allen, Tyreek. Ooh, here's an auto. JJ for the Vikings. Trey McBride. I thought we were getting another tip there for a second. That is 122 out of 249. And come on, be good to us. Be good to us. KC. Carson Steele, 90 out of 199, going to Kansas City. Browns fan. Titans. Oh, you did that for Steel City. Well, you chose wisely. You chose wisely. Well done. We got Stingley, Jones, Saquon, Jermaine Burton on the rookie rising for the Bengals, and a Jordan Jefferson for the Jags. Oh, no. Don't tell me you guys getting lag. I should be all good. I hope you guys aren't getting any lag. Let me know I'm good. No lag. Okay. Yeah, I guess if you're getting any lag, just leave and come back. Try that. CJ, Jalen Warren, Nico, Bobby Wagner. That one is 25 out of 50 going to Washington. And a little Bucky Irving action. That is 273 out of 399 going to Tampa Bay. Good here. Good here too, Kimberly. No lag here. I'm all good. Another filler. Kyler Murray, Minshew, Trayvon, Filla, Marvin Harrison Jr. on the rookie rising. We approve. And Anthony Gould going to Indy. All right. Breece Hall, Micah, Keon Coleman for Buffalo. We got Christian Kirk for the Jags. That one is 75 out of 299. And what do we got here? Spencer Rattler, 58 out of 99. A little RPA action going to the Saints. I like the patch. Spencer Rattler. And the Saints today. Big Blue. Nice hit, Big Blue. We approve. Spencer Rattler, RPA. All right. We got James Conner, Swift, Ramondre, Lab McConkey on the contours. We like that. And Rook, our boy Rook. That is 9 out of 50. Josh Downs, Derrick Henry, Tajay, Zay Flowers, beauty card. That is 56 out of 125 going to Baltimore, and little Cooper DeJean action for the Eagles. A filler. Thielen, Geno, T-Law for the Jags. Filler. Little Caleb Williams on the contours. We like that. And a Michael Hall for Cleveland. All right, we still got a Resurgence hobby to go. So don't give up hope yet, my friends. We are not done. We are not done yet. No Rams. You know what? We had so many Rams yesterday. And you know what? The Rams do tend to show up in Topps products. So keep hope alive. Empty box. All right, good luck, everybody. Hey, Carter King. Good morning. You're just in time for the big box. Palomalu, Doug Williams, Eric Dickerson, AR, Terrell Owens on the refractor. Oh, Terrell Owens again. This one's 74 out of 149 going to the Eagles. We got Rook and an Eric All for the Bengals. Good morning. We just got a Caleb Contours. Hopefully you're getting here at just the right time. Elway, Roger, Emmett, Jim Kelly, Okoye. That is 111 out of 249. Going to KC. Blake Corum on the Circuit Breakers. Mims and a Cade Stover for Houston. And yeah, we'll run this same break again tomorrow. So I'll have this in the shop again this afternoon. If you are looking to grab a team in this break and you missed out today. Ogden, Taylor, Archie Manning, Bo, 61 out of 99, Dan Hampton. How about that? Radial marks. Well, when you get a defensive player, I like our chances later. Elway on the conductors, Wiley and a Joe Alt. There you go, Carter King. I hope that we're not done with the Bears in this break. Mean Joe, Sherman, Riggins, Bledsoe. We got Fatanu on the refractor. Tony Dorsett on the Glimmer and Gleam for the Cowboys. Malik Neighbors and a Cooper DeJean. It's something, but I know you're looking for something else. I know you're looking for something else. All right, Les. I'll make sure Sombrero Cat is watching over here so we can try and get something for you too. I like everybody to get a little piece. Sterling Sharp, Champ Bailey, Witten, Devin Hester, Howie Long. We got James Harrison, Glimmer and Gleam, Bucky Irving, and Jaden Daniels. We'll take a Jaden. Andre Rison, Ricky Williams, Phil Simms, Blitnikoff, Darius Robinson for Arizona. That's 85 out of 199. Xavier Worthy on the Voltaic, Junior Colson, and Brock Bowers. Right. We still got 2 autos incoming, so good luck, guys. Brett Favre, Ozzie Newsome, Bryce Young, Ray Lewis, Boomer, Jalen Wright. That's 22 out of 75 going to the Dolphins on the Circuit Breakers. Terrion Arnold for the Lions and a Mason Smith. Joe Thomas, Freeman, Peyton Manning, Dan Fouts. We got Eichenberg on the refractor. Marshawn Lloyd, Circuit Breakers, Jalen Wright, and Isaiah Davis for the Jets. Eli, Tim Brown, Bradshaw, Keyshawn Johnson, Phil Simms, 65 out of 99. How about that? What's going on in this box? That's crazy. Conductors, Brett Favre, Roman Wilson for Pittsburgh, and a Chris Braswell. I don't know what this means for our RPA. I just don't know. When they give us 2 old school, I don't know what's coming. I can't even guess. Any predictions? Any predictions? Largent, Aaron Donald, Jones Drew, Terrell Davis, Braden Fisk for the Rams, 102 out of 225. Going to the Rams. Pratt on the Conductors, Cardi for the Rams, and a Powers Johnson for the Raiders. Torrey Holt, Gronk, Strahan, McNabb, Tyke on the refractor, Ricky Williams, Voltaic, Leofold for the Cowboys, and a Cole Bishop for Buffalo. And it comes down to this. Good luck, everybody. I'll do a recap after this. And again, if you have a rough break, I always help people out. So I don't know what we're getting here. Munez, Jim McMahon, Andre Reed, CJ. We got Lassiter for Houston. We got Suamatia. We got Bradshaw on the Glimmer and Gleam. Oh, come on. Marvin Harrison Jr., 28 out of 75. RPA, player worn, going to Arizona. Nice hit for Arizona. Justin. Nice hit, Justin. Beauty out of 75. Sombrero Cat approves. He does approve. All right, give me a second. I'll do a recap here in a second. And again, if anybody had a rough go, you know I got you back. All right, we had Jalen Wright out of 75 from Miami, Jaden, Bucky, Cooper DeJean, Spencer Rattler on the RPA. That was out of 99. For the Saints, Marvin Harrison Jr., rookie rising. Carson Steele for KC on the auto. Robinson for the Jags was out of 399. Brock Bowers, Bryce Young for Carolina. Braswell, Flournoy for the Cowboys was out of 249. Hendrickson was out of 399. Daniel Jones on the patch. Passing grade, Jaden. Michael Penix on the laser. Xavier Worthy. Brian Thomas Jr. debut. We had Dan Hampton. That's going to Carter King, 61 out of 99. Okoye out of 249. Caleb on the contours. Rook was out of 50. Brock Bowers on the cracked ice. Ed Oliver for Buffalo on the cracked ice. Phil Simms was out of 99 for the Giants. Case hit Gridiron Crowns. DeAndre Hopkins for Tennessee. Michael Penix on the rookie phenom patch. JJ on the portals. Marvin Harrison Jr. out of 75 on the RPA. Braden Fisk out of 225 for the Rams. Darius Robinson out of 199. Xavier Worthy Voltaic. Brock Bowers. Malik. Blake Corum Circuit Breakers. Terrell Owens out of 149 for the Eagles. Zay Flowers was out of 125 for Baltimore. McConkey on the contours. Christian Kirk for the Jags out of 299. Wagner was out of 50 for Washington. Bucky Irving was out of 399. Jermaine Burton, rookie rising. JJ. Trey McBride for Arizona was out of 249. Mason Smith on the blue. Isaiah Simmons on the rocket for the Giants. Mahomes on the NFL logo. That one's out of 150. Drake May on the contours. Jonathan Taylor was out of 28 for Indy. And a Cooper DeJean